Welcome to the crypt. Today we're checking out Paper Soldiers. This is a deck building game. Basically we're going to just head straight into it. It's just sort of a little nice free time killer. You can get this free on itch.io. We'll just quickly run through it and I'll explain it as we go. Okay, so the basic premise of this is we want to essentially make the crown or the evil tyrant, bring them down to 0 without us losing any of our food, our coin or our army. Basically each turn we're going to be losing a certain amount of each of these, as you can see in the red here. We don't want that to go down to 0 on our side, otherwise we lose. Now we have a tile board here with different landmarks, and we're going to be playing our cards in our hand on each landmark here. So one of the cool things about this game is if we scroll over while on our card, it actually flips over to a secondary side, so we can pick which side of these we want to actually play. Now if we have a look at this, this is the militia. Should be played on the town, and it produces 6 army. I think that's pretty good. We can play that on the town there, and it gives us a 6 army as a buffer. We're losing 2 every single turn. And if we look down here, we've now got a musician. Should be played on the meadow, produces 2 gold, produces extra 2 gold if it has a town nearby. Or on the opposite side, should be played on a town, produces 5 gold. Now, we can't actually play this on the town because it actually has a cooldown now. Some cards will actually avoid the cooldown. We'll find that out if we come across them. So we're going to use the musician side here. So we want to place that on a meadow with a town nearby. So we can put it on either of these 2 tiles. We'll go here. Okay, and now the archer we have should be played on a meadow, produces 2 army, produces extra 1 army if it has a forest nearby. Or we've got the bandit, should be played on a forest. Now this is going to cost us 3 gold, but produces 6 army. I think what we might do, we don't want to spend all our money at once, do we? Maybe we do. Let's build up a decent army. Before I do that, let me just scroll back over it. So it was a forest, yes. We'll play it on a forest over here. And that's got its cooldown timer as well, as you can see here. So once we've used all our cards up, we go to the next turn. Our cooldown on the tiles is reduced. But we also lost our basically resources here on the left hand side. Okay, this might be a good example of something. We can use this fisher to gain food on a lake tile, and this actually has no cooldown effect, which is really nice. Or we could use it on a meadow and gain 2 gold. I think we'll fish for some food. We also have a dog here. Okay, should be played on the town, produces 2 gold after playing the tile. It has no cooldown. Well, we can't actually place it on the town, unfortunately, because the town already has a cooldown on it. So the other option is a wolf. Played on forest, produces 2 army, no cooldown. Okay, that sounds good. We'll play that. Okay, we have partisans and settlers. So partisans should be played on a forest. It will cost us 4 of our army, and it reduces the crown by 1. So this crown here. Remember, the goal is to get this down to 0. So that's probably what we'll be doing. The settlers would be played on meadow, cost 10 gold, transforms a tile into a town. That is actually quite useful, but I think we'll aim for the goal of this and play this on a forest here. Here we go. Okay, should be played on a meadow, 2 army. This one's on a forest, produces army. Okay. Meadow will produce food if it's near a lake. Or a wheat field. This will provide us 8 food and transforms the tile into a meadow. Let's do that. It's a good amount of food and resources. Okay, we also have a farmer here and a merchant. We can't play the merchant. We don't have an extra town without the cooldown. So we're going to have to play this on another little farm here. So the wheat field. Okay, we don't really want to be costing ourselves gold because we're actually quite low on it. So we're going to have to use this here. There we go. I'm hoping we get some cards that are going to produce us some gold now. Oh, this one will work. I'm not even going to bother looking at the other side. Play it on a town, produces army. And this is a wheat field. For each wheat field. Okay, so +2 for each wheat field. I guess again we're going to have to play something like this. Alright, next turn. No, the fisherman's good for us. Though this will gain us some gold, which we actually do need. Just flick through. Okay, we have to use this vagabond. We're gonna need the gold. I think. Yeah, that should be alright. Play it on a meadow. Okay, as you can see, we're getting quite a lot of cooldowns on these tiles, so we're hoping we can get through this without them causing too many issues. I would have loved to use this dog actually. And still use this one to gain an army. Okay, we do have partisans again. We're going to have to use this. We need to reduce the crown down. Okay, for the cost of 4 food, we get 10 gold, but we can't play it on a town. We've just got the wheat field one, which we can't play either, so we're going to have to skip. Okay, we finally have the town unlocked again. Our dog can gain us 2 gold. We might also want to use this as well for the gold. I want to leave our town free, just in case. Can't really do much here other than this one. But this is a really fun little game if you just have like 10 minutes to jump in and play around or so. Here we go, we've got our partisans, should be played on a forest. This will win us the round. We won the encounter, but the main battle lies ahead. So we can carry on through this map, obviously the goal being at the top here. If we click on the tile we were just on, we can pick some cards to actually take with us. So we have the shipwright, should be played on a lake, produces 5 gold, produces 2 gold extra for each forest nearby. or the Highlander. Should be played on the mountain, costs 7 food, reduces 2 crown authority. Well, we don't have anything that actually works on the mountain, so that could be good. We've got the same thing over here, but instead we have should be played on church, costs 4 gold, produces 9 army, produces extra 2 army for each meadow nearby. I feel like the shipwright and the Highlander is probably better. We do have the partisans here, as well as settlers. This transforms a tile into a town, but it is pretty expensive for 10 gold. Okay, we're going to take the Highlander and shipwright combo. Alright, so our next card, we can pick something else here. Warlord. Costs 10 army, reduces 3 crown. That sounds pretty good. Should be played on meadow. Okay, lumberjack, played on forest, produces 2 gold, transforms a tile into a meadow. Okay, farmer, wheat field, produces 4 food, produces 2 food if it's got a lake nearby. It should be played on a town, costs 4 food, produces 10 gold. Produces 2 army, produces 1 extra for forests, and we've got the bandit, which we've seen before. I'm gonna take the lumberjack and the warlord basically. Alright, we'll jump into one more. Just wanted to do a real quick show of this game. Right, so archer or bandit. Okay, I think we use the musician first for a meadow near the town. Play you. Cost of 4 produces 10 gold. I think we avoid doing that. Archer can go on one of these tiles. We've only got a couple wheat fields, but we'll use this one up now. Essentially the star of it was just giving us a nice little buffer here. We can get rid of one of the crowns. We do have to get 5 of them done, so okay, and he's going to do -1 on our cooldowns if you're at 3. Okay. Alright, we'll play you. Food or a lake. I think we're going to go with this one here. Don't want to waste our gold just yet. Ooh, we came across the warlord. Okay. You need a 10 army. So we're going to have to use this wolf to produce 2 armies. We might use the vagabond maybe here. Gain a little bit of gold. And yeah, we'll use the warlord. It is going to put us in a risky situation though. Ooh, no, actually I don't think we can afford to. We'd end up on 0. That's a real shame. Okay, we'll have to use the lumberjack then. It's going to turn this into a meadow. So I've picked this tile as well because you often get things that have to be next to lakes. And we only had 1 spare meadow free next to a lake. 5 gold, 2 extra for forests. Mountain. Can we gain food from anything? let's put you there. A meadow near a town. That doesn't count though. I don't particularly want to put you straight onto a town, but we might have to. I'm going to be risky here. We'll probably be left with, what, 1 food left after this turn. So we have to get food next turn. Have to. But I'm going to play this and risk it. Ooh, that's not good. That's really not good. Thankfully, we actually ended up with 3 food here. Must have miscalculated something. Didn't quite catch what happened. 2 gold or 2 army. I think we have to use 2 army. We have a little bit of gold here. Let's just use the archer maybe. Right, farmer, thankfully. We're going to grab that. We needed that food desperately. Okay, herdsman, again, that will produce food if it's near a lake. We can do that. So we will. And then if we can play this warlord, which I think we can, we should win this round as well. Oh wait, did you have to go on a meadow, was it? There we go. Alright, let's just see quickly what cards we got from that as well. See if anything new popped up. Got the plow, transforms tiles into a wheat field, and we've got the herdsman too. Lumberjack, meadow, forests, partisans. Okay. I think we might take the herdsman. Can potentially make more wheat fields as well with this. So let's take that. Ooh, diplomat. I haven't seen this one. So cost 8 gold, reduces crown by 3. And we've got the meadow. So that's not bad. Right, farmer or the merchant. Or archer and the bandit. We're taking the diplomat here. Parsons and settlers is probably the next one we'll take. The reason I'm going to take this is mainly for the settlers. I know it's a higher costing gold, but the potential to make another town is useful, so we'll take that. It gives us a good amount of variety. But yeah, this is Paper Soldiers. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a nice basic game to play if you have a spare 10 minutes. I think I'll play a little bit here and there every so often. And like I said, it's free on itch.io, so you can go grab that there. I'll leave a link in the description below as well. But if you enjoy this kind of thing, hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!